going on there?
Jigs we're going to give away.
All purple?
Again, I got a bunch if you guys want them. There's a bunch downstairs. Yeah, this isn't right, though.
No.
They
But
didn't.
it still hits.
They're going to be one of a kind, folks. That's what we're going to call them.
It's still going to catch fish. It's just not
they
exactly what I
did. They
wanted.
did last fall.
I was just going to say.
I was like,
So we made some. We're going to give them away. Dude, one-offs, limited editions. You guys can sell them on eBay.
sorry, guys, finishing up a couple little things. You guys know the drill. Hey, there's our comments. What's up, everybody? Tell us where you're tuning in from. We're talking hardware and artificials, I guess, for spring Chinook.
Yeah.
Artificials.
Different ways to catch them.
Plugs, spinners, twitching jigs.
That's one thing I didn't bring was plugs. Many plugs.
It's up there. Way to go, Clint.
Well, we're not really
Already
doing
messing things up.
plugs.
I
It's
feel
more like casting tributary. I guess I think that wasn't
Plugs
what.
is next week.
Yeah, we were kind of thinking.
But we threw wigglers in here because it's more of this type
Casting.
of fishing.
Yeah, and one thing with the plugs too, we kind of want to go a little later because that's really going to come into play, I think, with the snow melt and the summer Chinook season this year for sure.
Oh, yeah.
In June. So it's like we kind of wanted to push the actual dedicated plug stuff a little later. Maybe try to get Scott or somebody in from Brad's too.
Yeah, I tried to get Scott in. He couldn't make it. So
What a freaking loser! Come on, Scott.
he's in California.
Never mind.
Oh, catching yellowtail.
He's probably doing something fun.
Yeah, guaranteed. I got invited on a yellowtail trip next week. Tried to turn it down.
Yeah.
I said I'll pay you to bring me some fish back though. Some hamachi. The guy I took fishing on Monday.
Get him.
Yeah. Little cup life.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to
Hold on.
send a link to the boat launches for tomorrow to a couple dudes. Okay. What's up? Spinners all day. Jamming fresh, says it.
People
Yeah.
love watching Jordan fish a spinner.
Spinners.
I see it in the comments all the time. Someone commented a couple days ago that says, as soon as Jordan pulls out a spinner, I know a fish is about to get caught.
Well, don't watch the other vid we all did together.
Which one?
I guess it's not really a vid.
He had him on
They
almost.
following. They were chasing him
That
down.
was
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah,
Oh, come on. There was 6 rods in front of me casting
That's
this.
so
Oh,
true.
God.
still
The
think
power of the spinner. The
I still think
power
that
of the
was a
spinner.
100% factor because Cam hooked every fish, and coincidentally, he was the first.
Blair caught 2, and he
got
was like
one.
4.
And he
Blair
didn't even
got
know he
2,
had it.
and he was like 4 back. So I don't want to hear it.
He was still the
Blair was just trash talking the
Oh,
whole
he
time.
wasn't.
different
Dave sat
line.
next to me that the whole time.
No,
Yes, he did.
we'll see. The footage will prove it.
You're
Yeah,
right.
Dave broke off.
So do you want
97
Dave,
times.
Dave wasn't even fishing half the time.
It's usually them long leaders. They love to catch every freaking damn. Oh, where'd that sucker go? Every damn.
Oh, he's
Oh, I
coming
can't.
hot.
Thank
He's
God
fast.
if Little was here, he'd be.
Oh, my God.
got him. That was good
Got him.
contact.
Wow.
Nice.
That was
Oh,
good
yeah.
contact.
Oh, yeah.
Damn bugs are out, guys.
Nice.
It's warm. Got warm. All of a sudden.
We need to
Yeah,
wash
yeah.
the bait off our hands. They followed us in here.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Stevens Marine, of course, as always, sponsor of this live feed and of basically of my whole guide operation. Because whenever I have a problem, issue, or I need to buy something, I always go to Stevens. So thanks again, Stevens Marine, brought to you, or bringing you guys this live
And we're getting
feed.
into boat season, so
Getting in.
go. Sean just bought a boat.
Seanzell.
Sean Zilla,
Sean
camera
Zilla,
guy's
dude.
getting fishy.
Yeah, great. He's going to really be fighting for days off now.
Right?
uh-huh.
Trying to take days off.
Yeah. Steel obsession in the house.
What is going on?
Jordan looks awake this week. Give it 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
The end of the day, and it's warm in here, guys. He'll be nodding off soon.
Uh-huh.
God, it is. That AC is just not cooking.
No, it stopped working.
Definitely not on.
They shut off. Yeah.
Not on.
Finally got some warm weather. Hell yeah.
I got a sunburn today. It's pretty fierce. Just gonna say. I put
Nice.
sunblock on twice today too.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Shonsky bought a boat. Yes, he did.
Yeah, be looking for him out there.
Coos Bay, Oregon, from Corey. What's up from SoCal, John? Like, we're all sitting here proud, like, oh, we're all stoked. It's been sunny for like 2 days in a row. It's like the only 2 days it's been sunny all year.
Literally.
He's like, yeah, it's always. Yep, Coeur d'Alene. Just got back from Drano, bonked an early springer, back down there
This guy
next
says,
week.
Dang, how much you paying Sean? Enough to buy a boat,
Enough to
apparently.
buy a boat, exactly. Yeah, dam counts are looking good.
Sean
We're
was
gonna talk a
off
little bit about that.
pizza pockets and freaking rice. The kid doesn't spend any money. I'll say that much. He's good at saving.
He is, too. I asked him, he's like, yeah, I got a lot of savings.
He doesn't spend any
Smart.
money, and then I pay for everything else every time we go do something. So he's getting it off pretty easy. He's got rent and maybe $100 car payment.
You know, he paid for his car.
Oh, so he's been stacking
So
it.
no-
He's been stacking it. He's got the lowest bills in this room. That's for damn sure.
Columbus, Ohio. Thanks for tuning in. 81 in Oregon. Walleye bite is hot. Good to hear.
Oh man, my dad went up to 𝗛𝗘𝗟 this weekend. They had a hard time, but I heard he told me what he was using, and I think he was just getting a little too lackadaisical. He's just running worm harnesses and bottom bouncers, but I think he needed to be running crankbaits. Smolt time.
Yeah, the worm gets them.
Yeah, but not during smolt release.
Oh,
You know what I
was he
mean? That's what I'm
ripping a
saying. There in
bunch of them?
𝗛𝗘𝗟, I mean, there's a lot of smolters, all those trips coming in.
All those boys up there posting pictures.
Exactly. I think he should have changed it up a couple of days.
Well,
He got a sturgeon showing a worm harness though. Somehow. So.
Did you see in the Alaska video something I'd never
Oh, the
you don't
smell.
witness?
Mm-hmm.
The steelhead eat the hell out of those smelt.
no,
Like they were
I
like
know.
choking, like spitting them out and stuff as they were catching them.
Oh.
Like the
I guess if
steelhead,
there's
they-
plenty of them around, like
in
hell,
the
why
river
not?
is
Yeah,
eating
for
the
real.
smelt. That's
Yep.
crazy.
We're gonna have to have a smelt jig and a smelt swim bait for steelhead.
Makes you really
Yeah, smelt
rethink
worm.
things.
Yeah.
I mean, they're tasty.
If you guys have
I don't
not
blame 'em.
seen that video, you got to go watch it. We released it a couple days ago. The boys went up to Alaska, and Colton Hayden's first time up there, Jordan took him out and showed him the ropes. He spoiled them.
They got spoiled.
They got spoiled for sure. But
got
they
ruined. That's what we call that,
deserved it.
ruined.
Ruined.
They deserved it. So if you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's on the YouTube channel. It was released a couple days ago. You guys are really gonna like it.
Took their two sons on a trip of a lifetime. Some would say.
Yeah.
Some might say.
Oh boy.
You're welcome, Robert. Thanks for
Yeah,
watching,
thanks
buddy.
for watching, Robert. Yep.
Jordan
Jordan Sons.
Ray, I'm working on Alaska 3. It's going to be coming very soon. I'm trying to get all the copyright music figured out. We may actually have to change some music, which is really annoying, but it's coming. I'm trying. It's going to be up soon. Let's just say before Buoy 10. How about that? Sometime before August 1st.
Before the end of the year.
No, it'll be for sure before.
Before the end of the year, Marlon.
No, it'll be
Before the end of the year.
And our brand new
we
knife
should
that
know
we're
this
working-
lesson by now.
Our
damn
brand new
it.
knife, guys, that we're working on is coming just in a couple months.
Don't change
Shit,
it. I
the
just
knives.
move it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, the knives. Before the end of 2024. There you go. Yeah, we'll just.
No, that's too long.
Before the end of 2024. You're actually excited about them now. Great. Have you done Spring Chinook down there? I have not. Down in Gold Beach. Is that a river name?
Jordan versus Cam arm wrestling match. Go.
No. I'd lose. He's got way too much time behind the sticks to play that game. I got the tiller trolling arm.
I think
He's got like the rafting arm.
Cameron's
I
more like a submission wrestler. You know what I mean? Like he can just tie you up, and I'm more like ground and pound.
ground and pound. I got that long reach. There we go. They got,
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
God, hard
That's
time
my
getting in
game.
it.
That's my game. When's the next live fish stream? Todd, now that we actually got some weather and we got some light, I think we should maybe bust one of those out soon. I want to go do some
Yeah.
bass.
This week.
We need to go do some
Just get on the
bass
phone and go
live
on that
ones,
list.
man.
I could actually get
Oh,
behind that.
We should talk about
jeez.
that this week.
So good right now.
Just
It
get
would
on the
be
phone
fun.
and go over that list and stuff.
Sure. Go pitch some baits.
Any word on someone from WFW doing anything to stop the seals and sea lions from eating the smolts at the hatchery release areas? No, nothing. Yeah, no.
Nope.
Cam doesn't get his hands dirty.
No, please. Oh, please. Where's Little? Probably sitting in the AC at home.
Yeah, he's chilling
He's
hard.
chilling hard. Yeah, I've not heard anything as far as sea lion management other than just typical, you know, never be proactive, always be reactive WFW. So they'll wait till all the fish are gone, and then they'll be like, hey, we got to do something about those sea lions. Yeah. Oh, wait, they'll just starve to death, so whatever. Yeah. Yep. When are you guys coming to Southern Oregon? I don't know if we are. I think we're thinking about going a little further north.
We was just there, guys. Be on the lookout. I'm guessing probably in the next week or two. We did a really, really neat video with Pacific Pond Charters down in Southern Oregon there. So there's a really, really awesome video coming out. We did some styles of fishing out in the ocean that I've never done before, but have always dreamed of. It's one of my favorite kind of fishing. I'm not going to spoil any of it. So we have been in Southern Oregon lately, so be on the lookout for that video. It'll be in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Cool. Well, they just passed a law yesterday for the gun you needed to take care of them, but here's where we're at. Yeah, pretty.
Yeah, and they already got sued.
We're from the WD. We're from Washington State. We're here to fix it. Yeah.
Did you see that? The lawsuit got dropped basically instantly.
Oh yeah, they're sure fixing everything. So.
I mean, that thing will get rolled back so freaking quick. It's completely against.
Even if it does, it doesn't fix a damn thing. Never been proven, but it feels good. So we're all about feel good here in the state of Washington. So, anyways, let's see here. Setting up some bobbers for early springers and late winters. Hells yeah. Who's on top of the Springer leaderboard? I don't think there's much for debate on that one, but I cheated and started early.
I haven't even Springer.
I'm like, you haven't even gone. Probably, because I did not get anything big at all this year.
Yeah, I've got the contest winner actually came out with me last week. We only got one fish, but it was 21 pounds.
Yeah,
it was awesome. It was his first salmon ever, first Springer ever.
You bonk it?
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, he's got a video of him putting it on the scale and showing everyone that it's 21 pounds.
Yeah,
that's a good Springer.
It was amazing, man. He thought if he got hit by it the first pass and set the hook a little too early, and he was just kicking himself. And I'm like, that's all right. He didn't hook him. We'll probably get bit again. And we go back to the 2 passes later, and he goes, "That's a fish." And he goes, "Oh, I think I'm snagged actually." And then it just took off. And I was like, "Oh, if you thought you were snagged, it might be a good one." And then we saw it, and it was. Then it was game on. It was hoping to God we got it.
Well, it's a real one.
Yeah, we did. We got him. So congratulations to him.
Badass.
Yeah, a little more emphasis to contribute and do what you can to get in on those giveaways and some of that stuff when Marlon puts them out there, because you never know.
You never know.
You never flipping know.
When 21 pounds of spring Chinooks,
it was so
that's
beautiful.
that's worth some bucks.
And the one of the contest winners that Popoff caught an 18-pound steelhead.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
big one.
Karma.
Yeah.
Let's see here. You guys gonna do a video with some Baja? Oh gosh, please. We do need to do that. Northwest. Hubby and I plan on moving from Georgia. We're both Washington natives, and we are over it. Yep. Sorry, Stephanie. There's probably not very many. There's going to be very many people right behind you, I'm sure. How about them bass fish you caught? Yeah, there's a lot of big ones out there. Too hot to fish the lower channel Friday? Yes. Don't go. No, I'm kidding. Sunny, stable weather, man. Springers like to bite. So I'd say right now, if you're not fishing some of these lower ends of tributaries, or, like this is kind of Springer time again. So if things don't blow out because of snowmelt and turbidity issues and stuff, I know like some of the local tributaries like up the Columbia Basin are going to go to flood stage like by the end of the week. But I still don't, I mean, so maybe some of those like localized areas are going to be a little too turbid to fish, but the reality is like this is kind of go time. Like this is when the run actually really gets into some of these tributaries. Like this is spring Chinook time. I mean,
if I was you, I would go to the lower channel for sure.
Yeah, in a second, Ray. Yeah. Do you guys have any videos fishing on Ohio? No.
Close.
We don't, but we're gonna have some soon. I think Fish USA wants us to come out there and fish with them. So
oh yeah.
Yep. No, we have every single state around Ohio now. New York, Michigan, Wisconsin.
We have something against Ohio.
Yeah,
that's where Jim lives too, so we gotta go there.
I've been to Ohio a couple times. I'm excited.
Perfect time. That's right, Tony. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. You guys gonna do a video for Brewster?
We've been talking about it for a few years. We do need to get up there and do that.
I do need to message Sam. I still haven't done that.
Yep. Serious noob question: raft or drift boat?
Drift boat.
Drift boat.
Get a drift boat.
Easier to run, more people, can have heaters, more stable in the water, easier to row, easier to back troll. You don't have to do air management.
They're great in lakes.
They're great. Yeah, they're great in lakes. You can troll
And
with them. You
versatile.
can put a
go
motor
out,
on them.
and we see them out in the big river all
yeah,
the time.
yeah, they're versatile. You can do all those reasons for the raft or for the drift boat. The only reason why you have a raft is so you don't see the drift boats. Sorry.
Notice all three of us have rafts. We just told you to get a drift boat.
There's all the reasons in the world to get a drift boat. All the versatility, all that stuff. But the only reason why we have a raft is so we don't have to look at all you dumb drift boaters out there. Sorry I said it. I don't care. No. I say that in jest, but the reality is they are like rafts are very specialized to kind of like, I mean, yeah, you can take a raft on a lake
The
and go
drift
troll
boat's
for
going to be
trout.
we all have rafts because we all have jet boats, and we
Yeah.
all have kayaks, and we all have everything else. So if you want something and it's your only boat,
Yeah.
I would highly recommend you get a drift boat over the raft because
Yeah.
if not, you're going to be rowing yourself across lakes. You're going to completely.
Rafts
you're
are
gonna be
very
looking for boats to get in the fall when you want to go troll for salmon.
Yeah.
Where you can put a nine horse motor on the back of a drift boat and you can just about do everything that everybody else does. So
Rafts are very specialized.
and
very
their cost the
niche-y.
same price.
Yeah.
I mean, really, they are the
Oh,
same
yeah.
price these days. Rafts are very expensive compared to a lot of the drift boats you can get. So
Yep.
toss a coin up in the air and let that decide.
How about coming up to the Fraser for some sturgeon?
That would be cool.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that'd be cool, but we have the Columbia for sturgeon, so we're pretty set on sturgeon.
What? Oh.
And to help out some of the boat, I'm putting on an event up there. Is that the sturgeon guy, John Raymer? I'm putting on an event up there for 100 veterans in July, looking for more educational videos. Up where, John? Did he comment below? Oh no, that was Steve H that commented about the sturgeon.
Yeah, Brandon Maddox, if you go on our YouTube channel, we have quite a few videos plunking salmon. So
Yes.
just go to our YouTube channel and type in plunking, or just go to YouTube and type in plunking addicted fishing, and you'll find a bunch
Striper fishing in California, for the love of God. What the hell, Marlon? We totally
That would
slept
be
on that
cool.
one again.
So,
It's not over,
That
is
would
it?
be a good time.
no, right now is actually really good, but now
Small-
Cam goes in. We were going to
small
try to go in the window where Cam doesn't guide, and now he's guiding again.
Well, no, now the later window is like we're gonna go up north though too, because that would have been a great time. Because anytime smolt release is going on, April, May is.
Alaska, we're going to be up north.
Oh, Sockeye and Brewster got it, so he's gonna do an event for the veterans in Brewster. I'd reach out to Mr. like Sam Baird in that one. See what's going on. Salmon guide service, and give him a
Special
freaking.
things.
He'd probably be more than willing to help out. Yeah. It's prime right now. Yep.
You should see the box of that I just got. So.
For a drift boat, I think you can go all the way up to a 20-horse outboard
I've no
motor on it.
bag
Yeah,
in the
exactly,
video
Corey.
game
The
class.
drift boats are
It's
more versatile.
It's loaded. I'm
Yeah.
pretty stoked.
Well, guys, I've got a prize pack right here. We're just gonna start with this one.
I should have
We're gonna do the hallucinator short bus flasher, and then we're going to do.
talking over him.
I know they're having a great side conversation.
You like when you have a lav mic, you can hear everything.
We're having a little moment.
You guys want to turn the lav mics out and go outside and kiss or something? You know?
We were looking at our wickets.
Looking at some lures. And we got a wild thing spinner. Hallucinator flasher by Short Bus JT and the Short Bus spinner wild thing. Let's just, for the guys commenting, asking questions, having a good conversation here, go ahead and just pick a winner right now, Clint. Let's just not, we're not going to play games tonight. Pick a winner. Bing. Weed Hoppa. One of my favorite videos in a minute. Well, cool. Hopefully you'll enjoy this hallucinator flasher and this 3.5 spinner. Oh, that was weird. Was that good? Be sure to email orders at addicted.fishing. Tell us what you guys, tell us what you won. We know you're always commenting on here, so glad to see you win a prize pack. Heck yeah.
Cheers.
Be nice to Clint. No, that is not what we do here. This is not what we do here. Let's see the new comments, Clint.
You just gotta take pictures of that.
Okay, we'll wait.
Fuck, you're such a fucking bitch.
Thank you. I'm sure everybody heard.
I don't have a mic.
Wild thing. That's right. Heck yeah. Thanks for the show. You guys have been busy making videos. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Tonight we're talking about hardware for spring Chinook. So last week's video, I believe we talked bobbers and bait. We did some cocktails. We made a mess in here, bait, pretty much, and stunk up the studio. And I'm kind of glad we did it last week because it's nice and cool. It's kind of warm in here today. So probably a good thing we're doing the artificials. We haven't tried to figure out the AC yet. So, and Todd, if you just keep going, I know you're like emailing me about like trips. Like I'm just gonna pass you off to somebody else, buddy. So Clint's he's not paying attention anyway. It's a comment. Don't worry about it. Is Clint the most underappreciated man in the room? I guess you'd have to have a degree of appreciation first before you'd call him the underappreciated guy. What would you guys think? What would you think, Clint?
Wow. I'll let you guys have that conversation.
Here it comes. Come on. Oh, that one. Where's Cry Cam? Oh, I figured Cry Cam. Is that the 85 mil? There.
It's all coming out.
That's all he's got. Might as well let him have it. Nothing? I guess I probably shouldn't challenge him to freaking do more, huh? Well, what do we want to start talking about tonight, guys? We've got twitching jigs, plugs, different spinners. I don't know if Jordan's brought any spoons or not, but I don't really fish a lot of spoons.
No, I don't. The old Steely.
Have you caught any spring Chinook on the old spinners yet, or do you go wait a little later?
Not yet. I mean, that's a pretty late thing. I mean, I wouldn't say I really bust a lot of this stuff out unless I'm running it deep. I mean, it's an old Willamette technique. I know a lot of people do it in May and June in Willamette where they just run a couple ounce lead with a dropper and a blue fox spinner. I mean, it's been a very popular method for a long time. But with the high flows that we're experiencing and stuff, it all comes down to where you're fishing. Because if you're stuck on the bank,
yeah,
especially if you're a bank fisherman or you're a tributary fisherman, but really I say the bank guys are the ones that really need to focus. The people that can't be out in a deep hole back bouncing or really effectively fishing the right side of a really good hole that's 10, 15, 20 feet deep in a smaller trib. Having the spinner and working your way through a lot of these faster runs and some of the water that you can fish is going to make you more effective. So I would say if you're a spinner fisherman, you're going to probably be more on the bank. You're going to be getting out of the boat or you're going to be stuck on the bank to begin with. What's so funny?
This one, don't read it though.
There's a couple good ones. Oh, heavens. So pretty much where you're at.
Yep.
Upper tributary, later on May, June. I mean, people don't
Well,
realize
I don't
like
want to
spring
discredit it
Chinook.
to a late season thing because they're talking about it right now. You know what I mean?
But spring Chinook will start. I mean, they're not even thinking about spawning until early fall.
Right.
So a lot of times when they're up in riffles in the higher parts of the rivers, that's where you can really target them with spinners. Shallower waters, riffles, whatnot.
Okay, everyone, this is Marlon. I'm in the other room. They do not know that I'm talking to you. They can't tell.
Well,
I'm
let's
talking
talk
to
about
you
those
because they don't
spinners
know
first
that
because that
my
kind
mic's
of
on.
matches a little bit more.
I want everyone to roast Cam in the comments right now. Roast the hell out of Cam. Let's all get Clint's back. Roast Cam in the comments. Give me your best.
You can hover fish them. You can back troll them. You can do a lot of different things with them, and they're wicked lures, and it's just basically a hoochie spinner, and they definitely work very well. And
How do you rig
Cool.
these things up? Yeah.
They work well. Have a nice day, guys. Good night, everybody.
so I rig them with.
What pound test? What rods? What
They're
are you fishing lead?
pre-tied. They're pre-tied with
Okay.
30-pound test.
30 pound.
Yep, 30-pound test.
Oh, you were doing
super
like
tight?
12 pound and 15 pound, right?
No.
Cam is a
Still
banana.
running them at that 30-pound, and I usually run
Give me a river.
leader about that length out to my chest, and I'll run that behind that inline weight because these clip onto that inline weight, and it becomes a weighted spinner.
Let's throw the side cam on that.
Yeah, here we go.
What happened to that blade?
Crust. Been in the boat a while.
There we go. Well, yeah, wait, we're just sitting here with my hand out. It's just in my hand. We're trying to show people,
There's all these comments I'm trying to keep
I've been on a
And
boat.
honestly, guys, you can fish these in deeper water, kind of like
Drake's bush
Jordan was saying.
No,
Why is everyone roasting Cam right now? I think they got Clint's back or something, dude.
everybody roast Clint instead.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. I don't give a rip. I'm just gonna hold. Okay, cool. There we go.
But I was gonna say,
Oh, that looks really dull.
you can
yeah,
fit,
Clint. You got. I think you have like something turned down. I can't remember what we messed with last time.
you can fish these things in a lot of different water. Honestly, I'll fish
No,
them in
it's all
short
looks
little
normal.
riffles with a little bit lighter weight, so they're not grabbing so much. Don't dive as deep, but they can be really, really effective in a lot of different applications.
Yeah, you might want to correct that one.
Shots fired.
No, but I've seen these things back trolled. You know, I fished with James Beasley, who's the owner of Wicked Lures, up on the Quinault River, and he had a really cool setup where he was running these behind divers with big pieces of prawn on it, just like straight up prawn tails or cured prawn, which is a great idea for running for Chinook. I'm hard up to say that these wouldn't run really well behind 360s once that fishery really starts heating up, especially like where Cam's heading in the next couple of weeks above Bonneville. Throwing a coon shrimp or a prawn or anything back behind that gives a great profile. It fishes well behind the flasher rather than the smile blades, you know, because the smile blades you got to really mess with your leader lengths to get the right thump with your flashers. But I think there's a lot of different attributes where these can be used well, or in tributaries, you know, casting like you said with this. You use 1/2 ounce to 3/4 ounce.
I use a 1/2 ounce most of the time when I'm fishing really deep. That's when I'll bump up to a 3/4. But a lot of times it's 3/8 or 1/2.
Honestly, I'll put it up against anybody right now. Let's put bills down. No, they're just because Clint's getting a kick out of this.
Yeah, they are. They're just roasting them.
I'm like, I'll throw bills down. Let's go.
Baby oil hands, they say.
Yeah, I really like these things. I
heard
fish a lot
Clint
of
ties
them.
Cam's leaders.
Yeah, right.
He wouldn't trust that in a
Oh,
million years.
God. Secretly, yeah, guys have to pay him to do that. It's terrible.
If fishing doesn't pan out,
It's a
Cam
rough
can make a
life.
fortune as a hand model. Oh, man.
So do you like to throw any bait on those?
sometimes.
Until I saw James do
Are you
that.
casting them all the time? You're casting them all the time. You're back trolling them.
Yeah.
I was gonna say about 90% of the time I'm casting them, but
You know,
You
and
catch springers on those?
James is really emphasizing too because he spent some time up in the same area where Big Dave's at in Alaska, and he was guiding for the lodge that he was at, and he was just back bouncing those, the 2-foot dropper, and a beta eggs behind him on a double, like a trailer hook, and was just smashing on them. And that's not a very uncommon. You know, we've all seen guys do that through that little 3.0 blade or that 2.5 blade above a beta eggs with a couple of beads on top of it. And it's a great effective way. It's just it's a nice way to bring a little bit of flash into just a plain beta eggs. And I think the Wicked Lures can work really good. And it's probably the most available thing to you. They pretty much have them at every store, every place you're going to be buying tackle in Northwest. So
yeah, certain colors can be hard to find.
Right, naturally.
Yeah, naturally. Exactly.
Thank you. HD, yeah. Thank you, Amicat, for a super chat. Is there an HD version of Dick Alaska 3, or is it only DVD quality?
So,
Thanks.
Amicat, you can purchase an HD 4K version on our website. If you go to addicted.fishing, it's on there. You can purchase Addicted Alaska 3 in a digital format. Yep, and you can get it in 4K. So, check it out on our website, Amicat. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it, man.
Funny. No. That one. Oh, we all know where it's at, boys. Oh my God.
Yeah, mostly subtle bait though, not the huge, just a small chunk of something.
I was gonna say, you're like, that's a subtle
Just
bait.
a-
It's like a size 5 spinner. I see what you're saying.
when
Just
you throw a
you're tipping the spinner
Exactly.
with something.
When you tip it with something, it's generally small. You know.
Casting spinners, big blue foxes,
Yeah.
golds, blues. Did you throw any at all?
This is a pretty good little box here. Actually, this is what I packed to go to Alaska for steelhead.
Go side cam on it.
Yep. Let's bring that back for him. Okay.
Oh, but we can.
Oh, yes, we can. So, oh God. Alex, wanna go in the house.
Why is it all?
Are you shaking it like that?
Yeah. Are you shaking? What's going on? Where's the action? Is it over here? Is it over here?
Where's my bobber?
There.
Where's the bobber?
There.
Oh, no,
Oh.
Alex, it already
Oh,
went
he's
under the
on the
water. It already went under the water. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
Love you, Alex. So what I have here is a Jordan.
He's definitely, I guarantee he's watching. He watches.
Oh, I was already texting him. He was confirming the order that we were all standing in, and you're wrong. By the way, the order that we were all fishing together in. The order that we were all where Blair was standing in the boat. In the middle.
Behind Dave.
Behind
who was broken off
Dave.
the entire day.
Fair enough. He
So
still wasn't
Blair
next to
was
me.
Second.
Blair was third. Behind me. Behind Dave.
Was broken off.
I don't care. That's where he was standing.
Regardless,
You're wrong.
the first two baits
Nope.
that were going through the hole were Cameron and Blair. Were they not, Jordan?
Nope.
It was.
The first
Well,
two
I don't
baits-
care.
Every
Are you trying to say Big Dave can't fish? Is that what you're saying?
So far.
You're literally saying Big Dave can't fish.
I'm saying that
Big
all-
Dave was just standing there not fishing at all.
I'm
Big
saying-
Dave, you're
yes.
saying that.
Big
Okay.
Dave really is
Marlon's
not great
saying that. Not me.
Just kidding.
Marlon literally just said Big Dave has no idea what he's doing and he's not fishing at all.
On the
That's
river
what
that we
Marlon
were
said.
on, Dave did not know what he was doing.
Not that day.
No, I'm not saying it, but Big Dave.
All I gotta say is the only person who said they weren't catching any fish was Pop Off. He hated seeing Cam catch more than him that day.
And he said the same thing. At one point, Cam even said, like, you want to come back here and run the boat then? And Papa was like, no, I'm good. I'll stay.
Like, run the boat? I don't give a shit.
Oh.
For the context, guys, we were filming a really cool piece, and we were all basically supposed to go out there and just basically talk shit to each other for like for 2.5 days. It
At
was
least
great.
we caught something.
It was
all
fun.
that mattered.
It was a lot of fun.
That's all that mattered.
Cam was first through every time, but that's the advantage of driving the damn boat.
Yeah, sacrifice.
I know. I had to hang myself on that wall. It's terrible.
I didn't even
Sacrifice.
fish. So
And Marlon didn't even fish, and I'm like, literally, like, Marlon, I already caught a few. You want to take the rod? Oh, I'll just drive.
I just enjoyed
Oh,
it.
I would have taken a handoff. Anyways,
Okay,
back to
back
the
to talking
spinners.
about the spinner box.
Okay.
Jeez.
Someone to say
Yeah, squirrel.
It's all right. People love it when we do this.
Oh, good
This is the
stuff.
best
Good
part.
stuff. Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Clint.
Goody.
Shoot me on over there, please.
And then we're going to talk some twitching in a minute, guys. Twitching.
I'm gonna throw out kind of the three styles that you're gonna want. You know, there's a spoon. I'll throw a spoon in there too. Why not? Actually, I'm gonna do 5. I'm gonna go above and beyond here today. We got a giant size 15 Panther Martin. Why not? But Blue Fox Vibrax actually does make. This is what you would call a Vibrax blade. This kind of bell looking style with a big heavy lead body. You can actually buy these at most stores. You kind of have to shop around for them. You can find them online pretty easy, but this is the Panther Martin, obviously. But this time of year, when you have this really heavy water conditions, when you have fast flows, you want to get down and deeper in those kind of steelhead style runs, but those areas that the Chinook are going to be moving throughout the day, not necessarily staging or setting up in, but you're going to want something heavy like this, which the nice part of that is that big lead body. Again, Vibrax makes these. You have Panther Martin that makes these, but finding that bigger size really can help you kind of get down and capitalize in the areas that not a lot of people are going to be fishing. That's one thing about a spinner. Most people that don't fish spinners start fishing spinners because they had a moment on the river where they got their butt whooped, or they fished through a whole fish for butt off.
Never happened.
And then 20, 30 minutes later, a guy walks up next to him, casts a spinner, and first cast gets the first fish of the day. So, that being said, it's good to have spinners in your box. Another one here, I got a R&B lure. This is a bullet body blade. And this is like a size 4, size 4.5. Really good thing to use in the shallower water. Most of the time, this is what I'm going to be using this time of year because we have high flows. I'm going to go to like the Blue Fox style, the bell body, in the super high or super low water once we get into June, July, but we're talking a little bit different style of springer fishing then. But you know, these two style of spinners, R&B makes them, Steelhead Slammer makes them, both really good spinners, and they both cut through the water really well. You don't really need to let the spinner fall a super long time when you're fishing those anywhere from 4 to 10 foot deep water. These things will actually get down and fish where a style of body like this is going to get caught by the water currents and you're not really going to be able to get down and in front of those fish. And then, of course, you got your good old-fashioned P-line spoons, which, God is not going to lie to you guys, hardly ever fish spoons for Chinook. But it's not because it doesn't work. It's just something that I don't really do. So if you're a diehard spoon fisherman, stick with it. Drop some comments below on what kind of spoons that you like. But this is the arsenal I go with. I got my vibrax. I got the heavy one up top. I got my bell bodies, and my torpedo bodies in the middle here. And I got my bell bodies that I'm going to go with in shallower, faster water. So this is like, anywhere from 4 to 10 feet, anywhere from 4 foot to 10, 12 feet. This is going to be my, my 6 inches to say 3, 4, 5 feet deep. I'm going to use a bell body, and then spoons you're going to use for swinging those ends, those tail outs. So great little arsenal to have, and something to talk about. Go ahead, Clint. Something to talk about color. I'm sure that's going to be the next few questions come up. Have to say, for Chinook, color I think is a little more important. Blues and greens. It's simple and it's crazy, but it's been proven over and over and over again. Anywhere you go, blue spinners, green spinners, maybe the occasional pink if you start getting some really like glacial style of water, but blue and green for some reason. If you're going to go out and fill up your box with spinners this time of year, or you're going to make an order with Steelhead Slammer, or you're going to make an order with R&B, if you ask them what's your best Chinook spinners that you have, they're going to probably send you a blue or a green or a black spinner. So stick within that realm and stick in a little bit bigger side. 4.5 to 5 is going to be your go-tos because we're fishing for bigger fish. So
it's probably one of those things too. It's not like you have to get it. You don't have to get too far outside the box because there's probably not many guys like targeting the same water you are with those spinners.
Exactly.
It's not like I wouldn't say competitive, but
Not
probably not.
Yeah.
And then one thing I noticed too, guys, is when he was doing the side cam, and he had that. What is that? Your what's the one on the end?
This
there?
is a Panther Martin.
The Panther Martin one. For whatever reason, I looked up at the video and the hook looks like it's like a size 6 treble. That's not. That's actually a pretty substantial hook, enough that could handle a Springer.
And I think
so. What are you going to do with your hooks compared to steelhead versus
Exactly.
Springer?
This is what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to leave that hook on there, and I'm going to put that hook on there. This is a 2 to a 5/0 must-add side wash is what I'm going to go with. One thing we've learned a lot over the years after I've really kind of pinned in that these side wash hooks are so important on spinners, and we've all kind of collectively agreed on it over time, is that the bigger the fish you're going after, the bigger hook that you're going to want in that side wash. Steelhead, I go with the 2/0. This is something I have set up for steelhead, so you can see how it's pretty small. It's a 2/0 side wash here. I'm going to go anywhere from a 4 to a 5/0. I think 6/0, they stopped making those, so 3, 4, and 5/0 are the bigger ones that they make now. But a 4 or 5/0 doesn't necessarily mess up your spinner. It's actually going to add a little bit of weight, and it's going to be still effectively fishing, whether or not it's bigger than your spinner or not. But switching out, taking these, either cutting them off with a pair of dikes, or I can bend them out with my pliers and break that hook off, and then pinching this side wash hook on. I don't add any swivels. I don't add anything to it. I just pinch the side wash straight on. This side wash lands more fish than the treble hooks, in my opinion. And I'll argue with anybody all day long up and down that side wash hooks work better than any sort of treble hook on a swung spinner. Okay, Clint.
Treble works better than spinner. I'm totally kidding. Because I believe him. I believe him.
Columbia fisheries and stuff where people are really selectively using those, those treble hook setups. I've even seen a lot of the guys out in the Columbia start going to a single hook setup. Just because with a single hook, when you got them, you got them. Yeah. That thing works into the side of the mouth. And a Chinook has a very interesting shape of mouth, where a steelhead doesn't as much, a coho doesn't as much. They have kind of that bent over kype on the top of their mouth that you can really get a hook into. Salmon almost have a flat roof to their mouth. And so if you don't get them in the corner of their mouth or really with a thick piece of their nose through the front of their face, they come off really easily. You can get more frustrated losing Chinook and tributaries, I think, than almost anything else. That's why a lot of the fish that we fish for, we hope that they're swallowing that bait all the way into their stomach, because then we know they're not coming off. But you hook a Chinook in the lip.
Choke them.
Yeah, you hook a Chinook in the lip or the corner, like the top of the bottom of the mouth. It's a scary moment. When you can see that you white of that bait, that's a bad thing when you're guiding, because you know that fish
Corey's comment.
is any time can turn over and roll off your hook. So
everybody stay calm.
Yeah.
What about flying C's?
Same thing. Works really great. I'd still switch out those hooks. I know the Flying C's come with a giant treble hook on. But
they make some that come with singles too.
Do they?
They make some heavy ones too, for jetties and
heavy.
stuff. And I have never stolen for a Springer.
Especially when you were fishing these tributaries where you might be fishing a 25-foot deep hole. I can't tell you how many times I go into a hole like that, cast a big heavy spinner out, wait for it to smack on the bottom, and start slowly reeling it in. And, you know, that could make or break your day a lot of the times, especially if you don't have good bait, you know, or you only have so much bait.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to rely on being able to be versatile, take those spinners with you. And then, of course, as we're going to talk about twitching jigs, take those things with you that are readily available to you. Fish that bait first. If you want to conserve it, switch over to these things that do work really good for fish. And it will keep you in the game.
There's so many times where, like, and we'll talk about it a lot when it comes like twitching and throwing the plugs too, but it goes for spinners too, where like guys that will fish like bait holes or spots where like they're only fishing bobber and eggs, that's all they're packing in, they're walking into some canyon hole, they're only fishing that, and then you just throw something different, whether it's the spinner, whether it's a twitching jig, whether it's a plug, or it's something different through the hole. They've smelled every bait of eggs. All the egg eaters have been caught and killed and dragged up the bank for the last 2 hours, and then the hole is like dead or the fish are done biting. Like there's your time.
Is there like games or something going on right now?
What do you mean?
NBA playoffs, right?
Oh, I just feel like
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Oh, see you later.
Squirrel, another squirrel, guys.
James
Sorry.
Scott asked a good question. How do you
Good
know
question.
whether to use bait, jigs,
2 different
spinners?
playoff games.
The biggest part of it is, guys, is go in that order. Start with your bait, then go to your spinners, and then go to your jigs. I'd say the jigs and these wigglers are some of the most aggressive.
Go with the
presentation.
spinners if it's less than 10, 12 feet.
Yep.
Go with the twitching jigs if it's deeper than 10, 12 feet. I'd say that's a pretty...
Right.
Because, I mean, some of these like 20, 30-foot holes, you're going to have a real... I mean, you can do it, absolutely, but you're going to have a lot tougher time getting a spinner to get down there and get working versus just bombing a heavy, like, 1 ounce addicted twitcher or hoochie jig right in their wheelhouse. So it's kind of a different... Just getting something to them. I mean, would you agree? I mean, what would be like the deepest you'd try? Maybe you probably fish one 30 feet, but that's you.
You know, and
on average, I mean,
this time of
it's-
year, it wouldn't be something I'd be excited to do because, you know, later in the season when you do have these holes that legit, like we can exaggerate all the time, but some of these holes will legitimately have 1,000 fish in it, and they're spread all the way through the water column. Some of the biters might only be 2 feet under the surface, so every guy casting a bobber is going right past them as soon as they're stuck.
Oh, there's that too. So don't be afraid to fish.
Don't be afraid, but I would say right now,
5 feet down in the
snow
30
runoff, melt. You know,
Yeah.
stick with the stuff that's going to be getting down and deep and through the water and the boils. So
Do you before I start jigging?
Like a wicked with a 3/4 ounce lead.
there you go.
Or a 1 ounce in line.
1 ounce in line.
What?
What? Well, let's talk about some twitching jigs. But let's give away a set of 3 twitching jigs modeled by Mr. Jason Harmson.
This hurts me to give these away. Oh, they're hitters, guys.
They're hitters. What are they?
These are
3/4
hitters.
ounce?
3/4
A
ounce.
set of 3/4 ounce Springer Killer freaking twitching jigs. One of a kind, if you will.
Blue, purple, blue.
Because shocking, mustache screwed up the colors. But they are good colors. I did use them a bunch last fall and did catch plenty of coho on them.
Yeah.
So,
Likewise.
but they will work great. 3/4 ounce. Let's. I think there was enough commenting going on, guys trying to like rip me enough because apparently we've got a lot of like Clint lovers in here or something like that. So closet Clint lovers. Clint lovers. So maybe just run it up and pick a winner. Maybe one of those might end up winning and not. Just because there was some good ones. I'll give you guys that. I'm not going to mess with the crowd again. That got pretty bad.
There was like 6 good ones right there.
There was some dimes, some tens for sure. For sure. All right, pick a winner, Clint. Do something, Clint.
Damn.
Pick a winner. If I had to choose between Cam and a rotten, sweaty meat sack, I choose neither. Well, if you had to, you have to choose. That's the whole point of that statement. So you totally screwed that up.
But
Tyler.
good job, Tyler.
If I had to choose, you'd
got
have
the
to
jigs,
choose
though.
one. So you screwed that up. But guess what? You still won 3 twitching jigs because it's really out of the goodness of our heart. Really. So congratulations. Email orders at addicted.fishing. And we'll get those out to you. Maybe.
Oh, for
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know.
Whoa.
We'll see.
All right.
If you don't get them out, blame Clint.
Dude, you guys are breaking Cam down mentally, dude. I feel like he's
Oh, are you kidding me? I've dealt with you for 10 years. Give me a freaking
everyone
break.
just admit in the comments Cam's a little frazzled right now. You guys got him.
I didn't even read half of them, but I'll go back and read them. They're good.
Yeah, it is. I should have brought these today.
Oh, finally, new comments. Yeah.
This freaking disco jig.
Oh, it's not Cam's fault. He has beautifully manicured and soft hands. Beautifully manicured, soft
You do
hands.
not have.
As they have all people here.
Jordan
know,
definitely
man.
has the worst.
Yeah.
Harmson's are pretty nasty too.
Dude, I got
Yeah, these are all working man hands. I got the long, skinny, like.
Mine are definitely like woman hands for
Clint.
sure. Mine are like wrinkly.
Clint actually moisturizes.
Oh, moisturize.
I picked the rotten meat stick, he says.
Cool. Oh,
And Luigi
fish or
just
salmon.
knocked
The
Clint out
best
with
method
those
is
jigs.
actually netting them with a cast net. I caught an
Yes.
18-pound springer the other day doing this. Well, 𝗑𝗘𝗟𝗣, that's
Not
one
legal.
way to do it. It's probably legal wherever he's doing it. I don't know.
It's not legal for us to do it.
Not legal for us to do it. I sure as hell couldn't do it. Yeah. Cam will have plenty to tell his therapist this week. Oh, that's good stuff. That's good
Dude, that
stuff.
should be a challenge. Catching a
That one might
springer on
really
your
help.
fly rod.
Yeah, I can do it later.
You can't do it.
You
I
can't
could
do it
definitely do it later.
Let's see it.
Guarantee
later.
it, no matter what.
Do it next week.
No, I mean like in July.
July? When they're all
June.
dying.
No, they'll be chrome.
Different rivers.
Yeah.
You have a booger on your nose?
Where?
On your nose?
straight up.
Outside of it?
Yeah, you got it, I think.
I got it. It's
Like-
more just snot.
Wipe it on
No,
your
it's still
pants.
there.
Is it?
Yeah. On your left.
There's
You just
nothing
need to
still
take
there.
Oh.
All right, let's show him this
Clint, give
box.
Cam
Yeah.
a hug,
Yeah,
man.
let's show him this box over here.
Twitching jigs. So,
Wait,
Well,
before you move to twitching, you
Whoa.
never talked about rod for spinners and spoons and stuff.
Okay, you're right.
Oh,
you're
gosh.
right.
You brought the rod and you never even
no
told people.
way. No way.
I was like, no way. Okay.
Well,
I told her there was no way. Okay, there we go.
I'm just waiting for Clint's cool.
I had it up, but then you put it down.
Checking out my man hands here. Calluses.
What are you doing?
They're pink a little bit. I'm just trying to get it to focus here, man.
It was-
Oh, there it is. This is my favorite. 932M. 8 to 15. This is the X rod. The other one that is probably my favorite. Go ahead, Clint.
You know what's
Come on
really good to help it focus is aim it all over at all different stuff that you don't want it to focus on.
Exactly.
Whoa.
I
Hey,
was-
Clint, don't backtalk Jordan.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You want to get pal drive? I'll throw the people's elbow on you.
People's elbows coming.
Basically-
on this desk.
What Jordan's trying to say, guys, is anything in an 8.5 to a 10-foot range in like an 8 to 15 or 18, 17 pound range, it'll work for you.
Yep, and that 9 foot, the best one of all, I'd say, and the most affordable one for a lot of people out there, best value for the bang for the buck. These rods are really awesome, and this one comes in a casting or a spinning. The 9.9 also is available for you guys in this
That's
bait
what I use
casting
for
one.
spoon.
But I really like the little bit shorter for this because it's just a little bit more sensitivity. The shorter the rod, up to a point, everything under about 8.5 feet, depending on what kind of rod you're buying, you're going to lose sensitivity under 8.5 feet, and you're going to lose sensitivity over about 9.5 feet. So anywhere in between 9.5 and 8.5 feet is what you want to do. 8 to 15, and anywhere in that realm. 6 to 12 will work pretty good too, but you want something that's fast action that has a really nice sensitive tip. So I like this baitcaster one, and a lot of it is the spinning rod is they make the exact same thing in the spinning, but the one I'm getting at, I kind of talked around in a circle, but the 9 foot, 8 to 15 pound Okuma Guide Select Pro is probably the best all around rod. It's one that you guys can use for bobbers. You can also use it for spinners. It's a really good versatile rod. I'm going with 30-pound test on this, dude. No matter what kind of reel I'm using, whether it's a spin cast or a bait cast. But the 30-pound test is very important, in my opinion, when fishing this kind of strategy. And that is because the 30-pound actually goes through the water. I'll go up to 50 or so, or a little bit heavier if I'm going for really big fish. If I'm going to Alaska or something crazy. But anywhere in these local fisheries, you do not need to go over a 30-pound rating on that braided line. I might even go a little lighter. I know we have the 20-pound in our Enforcer braid, and that could even get through the water a little bit better. If you have an extra reel and you want, or an extra spool for your reel, I wouldn't say hesitate to go with that 20-pound test. for those days when the water's high and really boily, because the floating line or the braided line floats. So you need it to be able to go through the water column. You need to be able to cut through the current. So keeping it anywhere between a 20 to 30 pound braid, and then adding a bumper is what I do with that. I add a 20 pound fluorocarbon bumper with a blood knot. Whatever knot you want to connect that with doesn't matter to me. I always say tie the one that you're best at tying, because that's the one that you're going to be able to tie the best, and it's going to have the strongest rating. If you go and try to experiment and tie different knots all the time for your bumper lines, you're going to end up breaking stuff off, and you're going to lose fish. So I go with a blood knot. It's my favorite. It's the easiest one for me to tie. I use about 6 to 8 feet of bumper line, and then I attach my spinner to that without a swivel. And not using a swivel is big to me because it allows your stuff to start working as soon as it hits the water. It's nothing but the spinner blade spinning. And as long as you don't do a lot of upriver reeling or just reeling or letting it sit out there and swing for a long time, you won't get much of a line twist. So swing that stuff through, bring it to the surface, bring it back in, and it'll be good to go. You won't get too many line twists. So
Rinse and repeat. So what was that?
one of these. That's all you got to know. Go catch it.
So, good question up here. Roger I think I saw Roger asked, like, what about a rod that works really good for like throwing the spinners and then twitching as well? I think, oh, there it was Brad, sorry. Recommendations for a rod to use twitching and spinners. And really, like,
9 foot.
I was going to say, like, you can do it, but if it's specialized, like, if you're really looking for like a twitching rod, you're wanting like 7.5 feet, 7 to 7.5 foot. One piece. Heavier, well, not really. I guess it wouldn't be heavier, but it'd be like a little bit faster action. Because if you're gonna be casting like a 1 ounce twitching jig, you're gonna be like working it up and down. Getting it out on like a 9.5 foot rod and doing that, you're gonna have a lot of flex in the rod, and you're gonna have a lot of work, and you're gonna be moving that rod around and not the jig around. There's a reason why, like a lot of like the bass stuff, I'll just say it, is 7 foot, 6'8", 7.5, because those little shorter rods. A little more sensitivity, obviously, too, because the shorter rod is a more sensitive rod. But you can work, when you're working it up and down, there's not as much flex going into the rod. It's more, you have more contact to the jig. So they're not, it's hard to
I would never use a 9 foot rod. It would annoy me so bad.
So Marlon just said never use a 9 foot. Oh, you can hear it.
I will say this. The only thing you could totally, the only time I really care that I think it doesn't hurt a lot is when you're using 1 ounce jigs.
Well, that's what we're going to be talking about.
So when I'm using 1 ounce jigs, honestly, I feel like having that little bit more of a bouncy tip, and especially because you're fishing really deep water, you don't have to be so connected with it. And when the Springer hits the twitching jigs, we all know it's not like you're getting
snags.
Yeah, like it's in there. There's no doubting it. Like you are if you're using a 1/2 or 3/4 ounce for coho. But that's the only time I think it doesn't hurt a ton to use a little bit longer rod.
I would say, though, if you had a little faster action rod, though, with a heavy jig, you want to have, like, some hook setting power.
Right.
And with a long, limber, kind of softer rod, you're really going to, can you get there? Sure.
Yeah.
Can you also throw a spinner on a 7.5 foot twitching rod?
I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's kind of like, they're kind of different techniques, Roger, to kind of, like, really have one perfect one. Brad, sorry, Roger, Brad, whatever. Sorry, missed your name. Clint didn't pin the comment, so I just, sorry. There it is. Good job. So anyways, tough to do, but either way, for me twitching, I'm going to use the 7.5 foot, 761 medium Akuma. This is considered their twitching rod. Maybe.
What's the line rating on that one?
This is an 8 to 17.
Nice.
So 8 to 17 again. Something, definitely don't want to be targeting springers with 6 to 10s or maybe even like 8 to 12s. Want something with a little bit of meat on there. But this is a very specialized twitching rod because it's got faster action. It's got a lot of backbone, very sensitive rod. Because even though you're not always fishing in 30 feet, sometimes you could be twitching them in like 6, 7 feet of water. So 30-pound braid, like Jordan was saying, is a very good line size. It's thin enough to cut the water, so you can possibly be fishing 1/2 ounce jigs or 3/4 ounce jigs in some of the deeper stuff. But you want to have that sensitivity. You don't want to have that line stretch. So the 30-pound is like just kind of the perfect fit for strength and thinness. Yeah. I got a small like 3500 reel on here. This is an old RTX Akuma, but they've got the new ITXs out, and this is just an older model of that. But either way, something light, something I can like, something I can wheeled around. I'm going to be able to twitch with it for a long time throughout the day and not get tired from swinging a long rod, especially if I'm using a 1 ounce twitching jig.
Yeah.
But pretty much exactly the same thing we're going to do for coho. Where I'm going to fish this is honestly just about anywhere, because anything from the springers holding in tail outs all the way to deeper water, 30-foot hole. This is a technique that I can get down, and if I got fish caged up, and like I said before, if they've eaten all the eggs and all those egg eaters died, the hole has gone dead, the fish are done biting, all that stuff, this is a great time to pull one of these out
The old switcheroo.
and drop it in on their face and piss them off, versus trying to get a hungry bite. Exactly. So with that said, one of the techniques you're going to do, I saw a question earlier asking about, are you guys going to go try to hit the bottom? Like, are you going to try to touch the bottom or try to make contact with the bottom before you reel in? And the answer is probably yes, especially if you don't know or have an exact idea on where like the depth is. You walk up to the hole, it's deep, it's all you can see, springers are rolling. You're not really going to be sure. I am going to try to make some contact with it. I am going to want to feel that jig hit the bottom, because if they're down there, yeah, that's where you're going to want to be. So, and sometimes to achieve that, you're going to go with a 3/4 ounce or even the 1 ounce twitching jig. Do you have any 1 ounces in there, Jordan? They're all 1 ounces.
They're all 1 ounces.
That's the Springer twitching box.
This is the chili box.
Ah, chili box. Good luck with that one.
Yeah. Most of these jigs look like my hair these days.
There's a 1 ouncer.
Oh, there's a 1 ouncer.
Rip them apart.
There's another. That's probably.
I need a comb. Whoa! We all need comb. Springers, I see suckers rolling. No. Just because you're seeing springers rolling. But either way, we make a 1 ounce twitching jig, guys. Oh, where's the side cam?
There's the difference.
Over here.
There we go. I want to show guys the difference on the size of the heads there. And like I said, anything over 20 feet, trust me, that 1 ouncer looks like it's just a monstrosity. And
Because it is.
because it is. But the reality is a damn Springer will eat a freaking ping pong sized ball of eggs, or a KF.
Come on back.
Brad's Killerfish KF15. So as you can see, they're like all those 1 ouncer. Those are all great colors for Springers. A lot of your blacks, your purples, chartreuse head with the black or the purple. Absolutely. Oh,
And it's been getting definitely getting a lot more popular the last few years. But twitching for Springers is definitely slept on. It works.
Oh, dude, you know
extremely
what?
well.
Red head, purple body. That's not what that color is, but it looks fishy, doesn't it? If it was.
Might be a hitter.
No. Call it the old rocket.
No.
Red rocket.
Not a thing.
Trash. Garbage.
trash. My favorite would be like the chartreuse and like black body or chartreuse purple body. It seems like
or
that.
just
And clear water works.
Notice all the nightmares are gone out of this box.
Yeah, that's
Whitehead. Yeah, that
That's
one.
the money one.
That's a good one.
Trash.
You guys need to take care of your twitching jigs, man. Jeez.
There's no
ordered
way
that
to
one.
store these without them getting like this, unless
Yeah.
you stick them in these stupid foam things.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
And
fishing
then they get wet
boards.
once and it rusts your hooks.
That is true.
Oh, God.
Don't get to take care of your gear. Yeah, you know. I just get free gear. I'm Jordan.
No.
No. No comments. Okay, so pretty much, yeah, it's as straightforward, guys. And I know, but also besides twitching jigs, another big one that the spring should really love is playing with the hoochies. I said it.
Hoochie.
Playing with the hoochies. And so hoochie jigs are extremely good. You can weight them. Get that side cam over here.
In our setbacks, we make up to a 1 ounce, but sometimes you need heavier.
Yep. Sometimes you need heavier. The setbacks we make up to a 1 ounce. So this is just kind of an idea that you're able to put other weights into it there. And as you can see, I've got my hoochie that's like slid up the line. I've got a 3/4 ounce worm weight right here, followed by a protector bead, and then a 3/0 hook. And having just any kind of, whether it's the setback hoochie that we're making, or if you're making your own like this one, the reality is like those hoochies, when you're twitching them and you cast them out, you let them get to the bottom, fish are stacked up down below, and you're twitching that thing up and down 3 or 4 feet, because I think like the springer's like a little more of a heavier like twitch than fall versus like the little like, popping action that we do a lot for coho. But I think the hoochie, when it's doing that longer fall, it's darting, it's falling side to side. It's not just a straight up and down. And so
it's a different fall.
It's much different fall. It's a different profile and a different presentation. So just the fact that you can weight them, differently. You can weight them all the way up to like 2-3 ounces by using egg sinkers and doing some other stuff just to get it in front of them, which is more important, is huge. And then of course colors. I mean, like we were talking about, any of those twitching jig colors. But it's weird. I guess I don't throw a lot of black hoochies for springers, but then I'll throw it on a. What colors do you use?
Black.
Black. Oh, black. Show me a black hoochie in that box. He probably has like 5 of them. But you guys get the idea. Like glows, pinks, dark colors, the purple and chartreuse. But I'm like, I don't have any black hoochies at all. You got black spinners.
That's it.
No.
That's all you gotta see.
I want to see more.
Black twitch.
Show me after. Just kidding.
Yeah, the black on black twitching jig that we make it smashes almost every species of salmon that there is. But Cam's right, like.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
okay, look.
really mess with black.
I was gonna say, I'm like, here's like a giant box. Here, go.
We don't really mess with black hoochies.
Yeah, so here's what I use for springer twitching, guys. Well, I guess I got some black and pinks in there.
That's a hot color too, man.
But as you can see, like I've got definitely an assortment of a lot of different hoochies. Got some that I added some tinsel to. Look really pretty. Dart that thing around. Pinks. Can't go wrong with pink.
Nope.
Honestly, this is probably one of my real favorites. The glow green. That one gets them. But
that one's got.
But either way, I don't. Well, I guess I got like a.
Dude, that one literally has black on it.
Okay. And I guess I got this one here too, and I got a 1 ouncer in there, so I know I used that before. That's got some black.
That's
in
a
it.
killer for sure.
Yeah, but for springers, I always throw the glows and the pinks for some dumb reason. So I guess I'm missing the boat. There's one. But anyways, you guys get the idea.
Yeah.
So get it in front of them, make them chew on it. Now, yeah. Any other questions
Getting
on
in
twitching?
front of them. That's the.
Just send me that
thing.
bag. Yeah, no problem, dude. How much springer twitching do you actually do, Cam? Probably
More than you.
Yeah, a surprising amount. Let's just say that. I wasn't going to say that
I'll say it
because
for
that's
you.
probably not true. Because how do you know he doesn't do it every day? I don't do it every
Right.
day, but I
'Cause he's
catch a
asking.
lot of springers on
It's a rhetorical question.
In fact, it's one of my favorite things to do. I do like watching bobbers drain, but there's times they don't want to eat bobbers and eggs. And if you just pack your shit up and walk off the riverbank and say, I'm done for the day, then you are missing out. So we'll just leave it at that. What size are them
A lot of
hoochies?
times
I
don't even
believe
bring
they're...
bait.
I
I just twitch the whole time.
So I was going to say, there was many afternoons that last year where it was just like run down there and like, oh, no one got anything on bait? Cool, excuse me. Boom, boom. I mean, first twitching jig that went through the hole and
Is that how you
the
twitch?
whole day. Oh, yeah. Freaking don't freaking twitch like this.
He likes
Yeah.
to snag
To
them.
twitched him right in the
He brings
tail.
them in sideways.
Says the guy who brought in these.
One of the most effective springer baits on the freaking planet. Those murder. Those.
I've seen the most stupidest shit. Well, last time, we don't actually go twitching, but I remember one day we were having a freaking day, and I think we even like released some fish. Like we were like catching them, we were having a good time, so we didn't even kill them. And it went from eggs in the morning. Everyone got fish on eggs, and then we did the hoochie thing, and then we thought now it's like 11 o'clock, and we ripped them good.
Mm-hmm.
Marlon's like, oh, I've got this buzz bomb for a twitching jig. Go side cam. But not only did he have, I think it was like this one here. It was just a dart, right? You guys want to talk about twitching. But hold on. Let me show you what it actually looked like on the hook. Because I think he had one of those sitting behind it. Like one of these giant.
No, I had a.
It was
a smaller.
No, I don't know. Okay, so maybe one of these. Hold on. But he had a hoochie behind it. And this thing was like flopping around.
Big.
It was big. Like, there you go. And it was probably, I think it was that one.
It was 4 ounce.
And 4 ounce buzz bomb with the smaller sized hoochie, throws it out there, and I'm just giving him shit. Because I'm like, that is good luck.
Two twitchers.
Blah. Dude, it hit the bottom. He like popped it twice and one just gulleted it just down its throat. And it's like, are you flipping kidding me?
Yeah. It was
Like,
pretty-
so just anyway, so, but since we don't do any twitching, what do we know? But the idea is that anything, some different stuff, like something different from after they've seen all those eggs.
Well, and keep in mind, guys,
After
if
they've
you're
seen it all.
fishing anywhere, if you're fishing any of your holes on your local rivers that are over 20 feet deep,
Yeah.
those, I'm telling you, a buzz bomb or one of the P-line laser minnows,
Yep.
it will catch fish. It just does. The
Especially-
way they fall, the way they, I don't know, it just creates a major reaction bite.
And the P-line works really well if you are, you know, you can cast them out from the shore and drag them in like horizontally in the water. But
Yep.
they're definitely better if you can get above your fish, or if you have like a really steep bank where the fish are laying under, where you can get more of a vertical flutter. But even like a P-line, like a 4-ounce jig, there's guys that, I probably shouldn't say this, there's guys that do it even in some of the larger, much larger rivers. Like, don't think small tributary, like larger boatable rivers that do a lot of this stuff. And sometimes when, like I said, thanks, when
Guys
the fish are on,
use the hell out of buzz bombs and laser minnows on the Willamette up
yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
There's a whole section of them. You have the dudes that are all back bouncing eggs.
Yeah.
And you go down river just a little bit, and you have a whole
there's a
slew
whole
of
guys
dudes
that are snagging. I mean, jigging.
No,
jigging.
they're catching
No, they're
them.
I know they're catching them. Sorry, whoa. I know.
They catch them.
Yeah, they catch them. They kill them. They murder them. But you know, for you okay? Okay, bud.
Yeah.
So anyway,
it
don't
pays
sleep
to
on
be
'em.
different. Don't just go down the bottlenecks. Last but not least, especially, and this kind of goes through because last year I caught me a couple springers on that little bad boy.
Whoa.
And you taught in a 30 to 40 foot deep hole. And Jordan was talking about how a lot of times these springers, you know, with the water temps and with the clarity of the water, or with, you know, just the fact that salmon do whatever they damn well please, they're not necessarily laying on the bottom all the time. And casting off
effective things in Chile, right
Yep.
there.
casting off one of our favorite buddies' rocks right there, something that dives maybe 12, 14 feet. I got a Brad's Mag Wiggler. Could you use the regular wigglers or the Wheeze? Probably, but that guy tends to dive a little deeper. And I was casting it off the bank, you know, on a day that we had already caught our fish on eggs and everything. Well, not caught our fish, but, you know, the egg bite was over. You know, things were, you know, we're thinking about wrapping it up. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, we'll try
You know,
something
you're
else.
frickin' rip it across, crank, 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 boom, catch fish. You know, and you know that fish didn't just like show up there. Like Jordan was saying, there'll be times of the year, especially as we get into the end of May and June, where fish start stacking. You know, they're waiting for side cam that, please. Sure. This is just an old wigglewort. Yep. Old Magnum wigglers. Yeah, so they're just the bigger than the minis. Yes, sir. But I mean, red herringbone, fire tigers, blacks. I mean, they'll all work. Again, getting something in front of them, it pays to be different outside the box, on and on and on. Yep. The Addicted Hooch Box, Addicted Jig Box. A simple get started box like the steelhead boxes I bought at Costco. It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Cam springers just like the ones that they sell at Fred Meyer. Yeah.
Filleted that nicely, at least.
Right? How many million of views is that thing up to now? Jeez Louise. Apparently people like stuff just getting cut up.
Yep.
Just do that from here on out. Yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, any other questions on any hardware stuff? We've got 7:40. We can hang out here for another minute. We got another prize pack to give away. Is there any other questions? I mean, even with the wigglers, I mean, yeah, that's one that you could probably cross between like the 7.5 foot and then the 9 foot rods, and probably not. It wouldn't be too. I would say if you're looking for a technique that can work for both.
Really depends on how far you need to cast it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're stuck on the bank and you're trying to bomb that thing out there as far as you humanly can, and you're in a lake setting or something like that, a little bit longer rod. I've seen guys go up to the 10.5 footers, and they whiz them.
Mm-hmm.
And sticking with that 30 pounds, sticking with that lighter line is going to allow you to cast a lot farther too. So anytime you need to be casting, you go with as light a line as possible.
Oh, when are the hooks going to be? Oh gosh, I know. I kind of opened the bag on that one. We're
working on them, guys.
End of 2024.
No,
just
they're probably going to come
fall
soon.
of 2024.
We got some things going on with them right now. We're trying to just run a few more tests on them to make sure they're what we want, but they're coming.
Fall of 2024.
But
Don't
pretty
listen to
much
anything Cam says. He's
Pretty
lying.
much everything you've seen here, you guys know those hooks are must have. But everything you see here is you can be switching.
Oh, I got one right there too.
You got one?
Yeah,
They're coming, guys. There's lots of stuff coming.
lots of stuff coming.
Now, when it comes, we can't tell you, but it's coming.
I don't bend every freaking hook. We don't freaking make every eye. We don't temper all the wire. So it's not really up to us in a lot of these situations. So that's why you'll find them at the end of December of 2024.
That's so far wrong that it's not even funny. They'll come way before that, guys. Be on the lookout. I'm going to freaking just launch them next week. Put them out on the market.
And we'll sell all, 50 of them?
Put them on the website.
One pack of 50 that we have.
Yeah, I got 50 hooks of each size right now. We'll just put them on the website. First people.
You know what you should do? So there's been some lures. There's been some lures, though, that I've been trying to track down, some certain swim baits and whatnot. And a lot of the sites will have the stuff up, but that's just a little click to email you, and then you just put your email address in, and then it warns you. Mm-hmm. So we could put those hooks up on the site now, and then this way all those people will get notified the second it touches the site.
It's a good idea.
I thought it was really cool because
really
it's actually been really helpful.
Super
using, even Fish USA does it. So I even had some stuff on Fish USA.
I probably can figure that out too. It's
Yeah.
probably just an app.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Freaking app.
Yeah, Clint. Probably figure it out, bud.
Anywho, that was weird. What was that?
It's the second time it's happened.
Yeah,
Right?
it's I wonder if we have a loose wire somewhere.
I don't know.
That's okay. Well, guys, if you guys don't have any more questions on the artificial
What's next week?
gear, next week we were going to talk about plugs. Dude, we need to get some live fishing in.
Is it going to be nice next week?
I don't know. Maybe.
Wednesday, yeah.
May 3rd?
Last I checked.
May 3rd
Is
is
there
the
any
next
shadow in the dam yet?
live feed. No.
I'm just joking.
Oh, we could maybe go up to where I might be hanging out.
Yeah, that guy, when we're going.
Yeah, for a troll.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah,
That'd be a really good idea.
When we're going up on the 13th.
Yeah, he asked her. Yeah, I'm like, no, we can't get it.
I'm like, we'll try, but how are we going to get it? They got to show up first.
What's that?
He wants us to bring fresh shad.
10% chance of
Oh, yeah.
0.01.
Usually you'd hear about shad in the channel by now. But then again, everything's freaking
Everything's late.
late.
We probably won't see shad till July this year, and then it'll ruin our freaking. We won't catch any sockeye because all the shad will be in the way.
All the shad will be annoying the heck out of us, yeah.
You get him plunking like that?
No.
No, you never get him.
We've caught one. I caught one on a wobbler one time. It was hilarious.
Got some live action. Yeah, we need to do that, whether it's some smallies or some trout or some sturgeon or some springers or something. Something.
Hashtag hand model cam.
So you guys must not be watching this live.
Bro, we gotta just have that. You know how we have hashtag Loho Clint? That's the new thing. Hashtag hand model cam.
Here, go side cam.
Go to side cam.
Yeah. That's what we want for a hand model.
Dude, look, they look really nice. Show the bottom of them.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Right, there you
Get
go.
your nails painted black or white.
Oh God, you guys are idiots.
One of these days, Clint will figure out the volume leveling so Cam doesn't wake the kids in the next room.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's funny because we think we have the audio dialed, but still every single week I see comments about it, and especially after the fact when people go and watch it. Like last week, there was multiple comments about the audio.
Right, but
some
then
guy
I
commented in all caps, Clint, you still don't have the audio figured out with 8 exclamation points.
But what's weird is I go back and watch it and it's fine.
Yeah.
I think audio can be on both sides of the
Everyone that's watching right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how is our audio?
No.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
That might be useful because some people might say it's a
How's
1,
the
so I'd
audio?
be saying 10. How's the audio, guys?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how's our audio, folks? Let's redo it again, Clint.
No, we're not redoing it. Speaking of that,
8. We got an 8 from Justin.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, see, everyone's
9.98.
Yeah, see, sometimes audio can be
10.
on the receiving end
Tonight,
of the
all the audio
situation.
was good.
Yeah.
9.9.
Oh,
three.
a 3. Phil, come on, Phil. Come on.
We got a 3 from Roe Eaton, too. 6,
Oh,
7,
geez,
6.
10. Oh,
6,
gosh.
6,
Serious question. Oh, I
That
saw.
guy said effing.
I saw
10.
effing 10. Yeah. So it's. I mean. So yeah, there's a few that are off. Like this is not like make fun of Cam moment. It's like serious business here. We
I
need your
can't
guys'
hear
help.
you.
That wins.
That wins tonight. The comment.
I can't hear you.
So Tony
God,
Wolf, he
good.
says a 1 and a 2. Tony, give us some
Why,
feedback.
Tony?
Why?
Why?
What are you
1,
seeing
2?
here?
What's going on?
Tony? Why?
Now he's just throwing
4.
random
Okay,
numbers.
now he's just being
just
obnoxious. 5. Okay, we get it. We
Okay,
get
so
it.
we
We're
know
slow learners.
his opinion doesn't matter. Sounds good, but Jordan doesn't talk enough.
Agreed.
Duly noted. Okay. I feel like most people are in the high numbers, 8s, 9s, and 10s.
Yeah, it's all from 6 to 10.
They're
Better
the
than
garage
days,
days.
that's for sure.
Oh, I remember those days.
It depends on who is talking. So, Nate, what do you
Oh.
elaborate on that? Because that's what the comment was last week, Clint. It was like something about not being able to, like, Clint, I can never hear Cameron or something.
Well, most people prefer that.
It's hard when Cam. Yeah, it's the way Cam had his mic last weweek and he kept turning his head. So every time he did
But
that,
right there is good, right?
Clint,
Right?
yeah,
bring the overall volume up. It's always way too low.
That's not true because we're spiking and maxing out
That's the comment.
anytime
And
we're
he
talking.
highly capitalized everything and put 5
Right.
exclamation
I don't know if
points.
that.
I don't care what that guy
Yeah,
says.
that because we can't because everything will blow out if we
It's
talk any louder.
already-
Yeah, I can see that. Go to
This guy
new
just
comments.
commented, Clint, quit being so sensitive.
Shut up!
Whoa! Hey, calm down. We're all friends.
This
here.
guy just said, Clint, calm down.
I don't care.
Just saying. Got to give the people what they want.
I'm not gonna calm down.
Jordan never stops talking in his videos, but says nothing on the line.
He did a great talk on spinners.
I've been talking.
Yeah, what the hell, you guys?
That was a good
This was a good way to end it. Okay, now let's go back to roasting Cam.
Somebody say that.
Go for it.
No, I said.
Oh, okay.
Marlon wants it. You don't.
No, I just thought it was a good change of pace.
It was
It's
very
plenty
random.
loud.
Clint's always
It
getting
was
handed.
very random. It was just like
Clint's always
somebody opened the freaking floodgates.
getting it handed to him, and everyone came to Clint's defense.
I
for
know.
once.
What the hell? Fine, Clint. You know what? Next week, Clint can come do this, and I'll produce. How about that?
Oh, let's do it.
Cam is
we
spiking.
talking about?
I don't
Cam is
think we have
spiking
any.
for sure. I don't know. I'm talking right
As
now.
long
blah,
as
blah,
Clint
blah,
wears a
and
brown
it's
paper bag, we'll let him do it.
And I don't have to wear a brown paper bag, bro. Come on. Clint's a handsome dude with his bright yellow sunglasses.
Oh yeah, he has to wear those actually the whole feed. Then we'll let him do it.
More steel obsession, he says.
Hey guys,
People really liked you two together. The comments were like,
I did see those.
people really liked you guys freaking broing out.
That's what it was.
I told Sean, I'm like, next time Jason and Jordan are together, I need you to get just a slow-mo shot of both of them going like this.
With their
Stepping out
hair
of the
just
boat.
Yeah,
Started the
exactly.
flow in the
getting
hair.
into the boat.
Yeah, it is
Flow in the hair. Clint is too loud. I agree, Brent. I completely agree. And he has no mic. I know.
That's on video.
Steel obsession.
Steel obsession guide service. Clint needs a Bud Light.
We got one more giveaway.
Okay, with that
Clint for
being
president.
said,
Did I give away?
hey, really
Sorry.
quick though, Jordan, you got any guiding you got coming up? People can
I
reach
do
out.
not really have any more availability. I threw a little thing up on Instagram and had an awesome response. Appreciate all you. There's a couple people for the 8th and the 11th I have not gotten back to yet, but I will be getting back to you. And then until then, we got a really busy May. June and July, again, I will be guiding some. So you guys, you can go onto the website addictedoutfitters.com and throw in a couple of requests. And really no telling where we'll be. We'll probably be out in the Columbia and doing some of that stuff, as well as some tributary raft stuff. It's going to be kind of a free-for-all, hopefully that time of year. But also a quick announcement. We did not get Stay Fishy up today, but it will be out tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 p.m. It's a really fun episode. We're doing a lot of foraging videos, living off the land. This next one's 48 hours living off the land. Going to do some hunting, going to do some foraging, some camping. everything that all of us want to
Fishing.
get out there and do. Exactly. So,
But in the meantime, go watch the video that we put out last Wednesday if you haven't had a chance to watch it, because the Stay Fishy video last Wednesday is epic.
yep, it's awesome.
It's a really it's one of my favorite videos in a long time. So
And be sure to be watching those videos, guys. And I ask your guys' opinion a lot. So be dropping those comments in those videos about the kind of stuff you want to see. If you're interested in the stuff that I'm doing, just let's see the feedback so that we can keep giving you guys what you want.
So tomorrow, 4:30
Tomorrow, 4:30.
Pacific Standard Time, Stay Fishy will be up. Stay fishy.
Gateway
Stay
drop.
fishy. Stay fishy. What about you, Jason? You going fishing anytime soon? You got any trips?
Yeah, I got a handful of dates open in May still. I still haven't really booked a whole lot in June because I kind of started another job. So,
Uh-oh.
yeah. But pretty lenient on some things. So, whenever you guys want to get out, June, July, I'll be fishing all the way throughout the summer this year. So, if you guys want to get out and do some springer fishing, some summer steelhead, I'll be there. Hit me up. Got some dates.
Steel obsession, guys.
Steel.
What about you? You full? You booked?
I don't have a seat till end of June.
Must be nice.
Which means, guys, if you do want to go
But
with
the
Cam,
reality
something to keep
is-
in mind, guys, is just go to Cam's website, fill out his little contact form, and
Right.
just get in the queue.
But the reality is though, it's like I try to I've also sloughed off the last 3 weeks because I really try to when I know fishing's gonna be stable and quality and good, that's when I kind of go nuts. So I was in Cancun last week. I've been doing bass fishing. I start my season tomorrow.
Filming a bunch of. That's why you've seen Cam in a bunch
Yeah,
of.
I filmed a bunch of
recently.
videos.
But we've seen the
It's-
comments. We saw the reception. We know you guys want to keep seeing more Cam, so
Yeah.
I'll
So-
figure out a way to make him make videos.
But there will be, if fishing gets really good, I will be doing some little afternoon siesta trips, kind of stuff like that. So always go to the website, go to Gone Catching, fill out the form, and just at least get you on my radar. And I know a million other guides too that are kicking ass right now and doing really good. And I always, we always try to keep it in the family kind of a thing. So, yep.
Cheers.
Sweet. Zach, we're still working on it, dude. Just be patient with it, man. We want to make sure that we do those things right, but we are going to do that. So stay tuned.
December 2024. It's a long-standing joke. All right, guys, I got the last prize pack, but before we give that away, don't forget, it's the first time we're going to announce it. There's going to be a little Mother's Day drop for all the Mother's Day out there on the website. Marlon's going to have information, some special stuff for the mothers out there coming up. I think Mother's Day is May 14th this year.
The drop is on May 7th.
May 7th. So Mother's Day for all the special mothers out there. Everyone's got one.
We're doing something a little special for all the ladies. This
Yep.
is really just geared towards the ladies, the moms, the grandmas, the women in your life that like to go fishing. So
The ladies in the place with style
Yep.
and grace.
Yes, sir.
exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. Well, bam.
Yeah. Well, bam. All right. Couple twitching jigs and some of those awesome spin and glows for you punkers out there. We'll just, I don't know. I feel like the people that have been commenting, because we always tell you guys to comment, interact, and engage instead of us asking the question, we're just going to pick one of the winners right there. And the guy, Doug Sparks, said, one of these days, Clint will figure out the volume leveling so Cam doesn't wake the kids in the next room. Great comment, randomizer. Well, Doug Sparks, congratulations. You won the third Addicted prize pack, couple twitching jigs, and some spinning glows. Email orders at addicted.fishing. Thanks again, Stevens Marine, for sponsoring this live feed. Be sure to check them out for any of your boating needs. They're located in Milwaukee and Tigard in Portland. I know guys that drive all the way from Wyoming to pick up motors from them and whatnot. They're like the third largest Mercury dealer in the country.
Whoa.
So we've got a very good asset in Stevens Marine right there. So be sure to check them out, especially if we're getting in springtime, big boat time.
Yep. And family boat time.
Family boat
If
time.
you just like to take your family out, they have all that stuff too. Star Weld, Sun Chasers, pontoons. They carry everything boat.
A lot more. We're going to be doing some filming down there here very shortly, guys. So thanks for tuning in. You got anything else?